So good afternoon all. In the last class, we had discussed about the classification of these colloids. Yeah, Mehak, it's okay. Classification of colloids depending upon certain factors, right? First one, classification based on their physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Okay. Classification based on the physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So which are the different types of colloids based on the classification? And the physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Gauri, can you tell me different types?
Solid sol,
Hmm.
sol,
Yeah.
aerosol, gel, emulsion, aerosol, solid sol form.
Yeah. These are the different types of colloids depending upon their physical state of dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Then next one is classification based on the nature of interaction between dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Aditya, which are the two types?
Ma'am, lyophilic and lyophobic.
Yeah, lyophilic colloids and lyophobic colloids. Vidur, can you tell me any two differences between lyophilic colloids and lyophobic colloids?
Lyophilic colloids are liquid loving,
Hmm.
and lyophobic colloid means liquid hating.
Okay. Then?
Lyophilic are formed by mixing of substances with water.
Dispersed phase. Okay. Then?
Lyophobic is formed by specific methods.
Okay. Then Nandana, can you tell me any two differences between this lyophilic and lyophobic other than these 2 points?
Lyophilic are reversible sols, while lyophobic are irreversible, and lyophilic are very stable. Lyophobic are not very stable.
Yeah, unstable. Then which are the different types of colloids depending upon the type of particles of dispersion, dispersed phase? Punya, can you tell me?
Multimolecular and macromolecular.
Yeah, then one more there that is known as associated colloids. Okay, and we are going to learn about this third category, that is associated colloids. Have you completed this slide, children? Macromolecular colloids. Yes, right? Yes. The next one is associated colloids. This is the third type of colloid. Yeah, associated colloids. In the case of this associated colloids, these substances which at low concentrations behave as normal strong electrolytes. Okay, at low concentrations, they behave as normal strong electrolytes. What do you mean by electrolytes? Ions. Okay, at low concentration, they can able to behave as normal strong electrolytes, but at higher concentrations, they exhibit colloidal behavior due to the formation of aggregates. Aggregates means they joins together. At higher concentration, they joins together and they exhibit colloidal behavior. Such type of colloids are known as associated colloids, otherwise known as micelles. Okay. Do you heard this term before? Micelles, micelle formation. Yes, word.
Soaps.
Yeah, very good. Soaps. Cleansing action of soaps. So associated colloids, there are some substances which at low concentrations behave as normal strong electrolytes, but at higher concentration, they exhibit colloidal behavior due to the formation of aggregates. They are called associated colloids or otherwise known as micelles. The aggregated particles thus formed are called micelles or associated colloids. Okay. This aggregated particles this formed are called micelles or associated colloids. So this is the third type of colloid. depending upon the type of particles of the dispersed phase. Type of particles. First one is multimolecular colloids, then the second one is macromolecular colloids, and the third one is associated colloids. Switch on your videos. Muhammad Adim, can you please read the slide? Muhammad Adim. Yes. Are you there? No. Okay, Mehak, can you please read? Mehak. Children, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Steffi, are you there? Steffi,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please read the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Associated colloids. There are some substances which are low concentration, behave as normal strong electrolytes, but at higher concentrations exhibit colloidal behavior due to the formation of aggregates called associated colloids. The aggregated particles thus formed are called micelles or associated colloids.
Okay. Shall I move to next one? Have we completed the slide, children? Yes. Okay, the formation of these micelles take place only above a particular temperature. Okay. So this type of particles, that means associated colloids, they behave electrolytes at low concentrations, and higher concentrations, they shows this colloidal behavior, right? And this formation of micelles or this associated colloids, they take place only above a particular temperature. And it is called Kraft temperature. Okay, Kraft temperature. And we can represent this as TK. K you can write as subscript. TK, Kraft temperature. The formation of micelles take place only above a particular temperature called Kraft temperature, that is TK. Then the formation of these micelles take place only above a particular concentration. It is called critical micelle concentration, CMC. Capital letter CMC, critical micelle concentration. So there is a particular temperature at which this formation of micelles take place. That means above that temperature. Okay, it is known as Kraft temperature. And the formation of this micelles take place only above a particular concentration. It is known as critical micelle concentration, CMC. And on dilution, this micelles again back to ions. Okay. So examples for this type of associated colloids, detergents, soaps, etc. Okay. So this is the third category of colloid based on the type of particle of the dispersed phase. First one is macromolecular. Second one is multimolecular. And the third one is associated colloids, or otherwise known as micelles. So here two terms are there, Kraft temperature and the critical micelle concentrations. These two are the conditions for this formation of micelles. Adul, can you please read the slide?
Formation of micelles takes place only above a particular temperature called Kraft temperature, TK. The formation of micelles takes place only above a particular concentration called critical micelle concentration, CMC.
Yes.
On dilution, micelles again back to ions, example detergent, soaps, etc.
Yes. And in the case of soaps, their CMC value, that is 10 raised to minus 4 to 10 raised to minus 3 mole per liter. Okay. That's the critical micelle concentration. 10 raised to minus 4 to 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. 10 raised to minus 4 to 10 raised to minus 3 mole per liter. This is the critical micelle concentration of soaps. So in the case of this associated colloids or micelles, they have both types of parts. Okay, lyophilic parts and lyophobic parts. Okay. You can add one more point there. There are two parts for associated colloids. Lyophilic and lyophobic. Lyophilic part and lyophobic part. This is clear? Have you completed? Then we are moving to the mechanism of this micelle form. Yeah.
I don't understand the last part. What you wrote now.
Yeah, that means this type of particles, associated colloids or micelles, they contains both type of parts. Lyophilic part, that means liquid loving part, and lyophobic part, liquid hating part. That you can understand by this mechanism. Okay. Two parts are there. Two parts are there for this associated colloids. That's it. So mechanism of micelle formation. Mechanism of micelle formation. Otherwise, it is known as cleansing action of soaps, detergents, etc. So here we are considering this soap. It is sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acid and may be represented as RCOO minus Na plus. Okay. Soap is considered as sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids. Soap is sodium or potassium salts of higher fatty acids. Then we can represent this soap in this formula, RCOO minus Na. R stands for hydrocarbons. Okay, hydrocarbons. Long chain. That is CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 groups. Soap is sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acid, and we can represent this soap in this formula RCOO minus Na plus. Here it is sodium salt. Sodium salt of higher fatty acid. Then the COO, it stands for COOH, it is acid, okay, fatty acid. And we just replace this hydrogen with Na plus. Okay, normally we write this RCOOH. This is for acid. Acid, and this one Instead of H, here it is replaced by Na. So here it is Na plus, it is minus. RCOO minus Na plus. And when dissolved in water, the soap is dissolved in water, it dissociates into RCOO minus and Na plus ions. RCOO minus and Na plus ions. This one together known as soap. And when they dissolved in water, they can be split into RCOO minus ions and Na plus ions. Okay. And this RCOO minus ions, however, consist of two parts. This RCOO minus ions, however, consist of two parts. A long hydrocarbon chain R, that is non-polar tail. Okay, non-polar means they are not attractive towards water. Okay, which is hydrophobic, and a polar group COO minus. That is polar ionic head, which is hydrophilic. So this RCOO minus Na plus, that is soap. And when they dissolved in water, they are split into two ions, RCOO minus and Na plus ions. Among these two ions, RCOO minus ions consist of two parts. A long hydrocarbon chain, that is R, that is the non-polar tail. Look at this figure. Here, this one is the tail. Okay. This is the long hydrocarbon chain and it is non-polar in nature. Non-polar. And it is hydrophobic. Liquid hating. Hydrophobic. And a polar group, that's the head. Okay. Polar ionic head. That is COO minus. This one is R. This one is COO minus. This one is polar in nature. And hydrophilic, water loving. So I will repeat these points once again. Soap, it is the sodium or potassium salts of higher fatty acid. And we can represent this soap in the formula RCOO minus Na plus. Okay. When this soap dissolved in water, it will be split into RCOO minus, then Na plus ions. Then in the case of this RCOO minus ions, it has two parts. A long hydrocarbon chain, that is R. It is non-polar in nature. That means they are hydrophobic. And there is one polar group, that is head COO minus. It is hydrophilic. That's it. So it's clear, children? Yes, right? Vidur, this is clear?
Can you say it once more?
Yeah, sure. Soap, it's a sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acid. All of you, please switch on your videos. Donna, Alvin, Anthony, Meenakshi, Muhammad Adim, Nevin, Srihari, Steffi. Yeah.
Same thing as in 10th or something.
Yes, yes, I think so. Yes. And this colloids also the first table that you have learned in 9th. Yeah. So in the case of this micelle formation, soap, it is a sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acids. Okay. That means we can represent it as RCOO minus Na plus. RCOO minus Na plus. When the soap is dissolved in water, it can be split into two ions. RCOO minus ion, then Na plus ion. Then in the case of this RCOO minus ion, it consists of two parts. It has two parts. A long hydrocarbon chain, that is non-polar and hydrophobic in nature. Okay. Then one polar head, that is COO minus ion. It is hydrophilic in nature. This is clear now, Vidur?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Have you completed the slide, children? Emmanuel, have you completed?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then you can complete it. Yeah.
It is written below, so.
This CO minus, that is polar hydrophilic. Just 1 minute. CO minus anionic head, that is polar and hydrophilic. Here it is hydrophobic. We will always represent the CO minus like this. Okay. C double bond O, then O minus. Instead of this long hydrocarbon chain, we simply writing this R. Okay. R.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, and RCOO minus should be on the top or on the other side.
Top means?
Like minus or plus used to write on the top, right?
No need to write it in the top or bottom. If it in the double bond, no need to mention any other ions. Okay. Double bond, you need to write only the double bond. In the oxygen, other than double bond, you have to put this minus charge. Okay. Gauri? Clear?
Yes.
Yes, yes. There are two oxygen atoms. One is double bonded and other one is single bonded. In the single bonded one, you have to put this sign, negative. Shall I move to next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So at higher concentration, CMC, this RCO minus ions form an aggregate of spherical shape. We learned that in the case of this associated colloids, at lower concentration, they simply behave as electrolytes or ions. And at higher concentration, they will show this colloidal behavior, right? So at higher concentrations or CMC, this RCO minus ions form an aggregate of spherical shape with the hydrocarbon chains pointing towards the center and the COO minus part facing outward on the surface of sphere. This aggregate is called ionic micelle. It may have as many as 100 ions. So at higher concentrations, that means at critical micelle concentrations, this RCO minus ions form an spherical shape. Okay, it's an aggregate of spherical shape. And in the spherical shape, you can see that COO minus ions are outside this sphere, right? So they are pointing towards the water because they are hydrophilic in nature, right? The COO minus, they are hydrophilic in nature. So they are pointing towards this water. Then the hydrocarbon chain, that is R chain, that is towards the center. It is hydrophobic in nature. So the COO minus ions, they are towards the water. And the hydrophobic part, that's the long hydrocarbon chain, that's towards the center. Okay. So at higher concentrations or CMC, means critical micelle concentration, this RCO minus ions form an aggregate of spherical shape with the hydrocarbon chains pointing towards the center and the COO minus part facing outward on the surface of the sphere. This aggregate is called ionic micelle. And these micelles may contain as many as 100 such ions. So many ions are aggregate together to form this ionic micelle. That's it. So this is the mechanism of micelle formation. In this way, the micelle is formed. This is clear? Yes, right, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then you can complete it.
Ma'am, can I explain it once more?
Yes. At higher concentrations, I told you at lower concentrations, they simply behave as electrolytes. That means ions. Then at higher concentration, at critical micelle concentration, that means the minimum concentration in which this micelle is formed. Okay. So at higher concentration, this RCO ions form an aggregate of spherical shape. They form, say, spherical shape. And in this spherical shape in which this R chain, that means long hydrocarbon chain, That is hydrophobic in nature. They are water hating. So they are pointing towards the center, and this anionic head, that is COO minus ions, they are hydrophilic in nature. They are pointing towards the surface of the sphere. So the COO minus ions, they are pointing towards the water. Then can you guess where do this long hydrocarbon chain sticks? It sticks to the dirt particles. Okay. So this long hydrocarbon chain, it sticks to the dirt particles, and the CO minus ions, they will join to the water molecules. So this aggregate, it is known as ionic missile. It may have as many as 100 ions. Okay. So many ions join together to form this aggregate of ionic missile. This is clear now? Emmanuel? Okay. Yes. Then we are moving to the cleansing action of soap. It's just the continuation of this one. Okay. So the cleansing, you can write the heading, cleansing action of soap. The cleansing action of soap, it is due to the formation of micelle by the soap molecules in such a way that the hydrophobic part is in the oil droplet. It is considered as the dirt here. Okay, oil droplet, it is considered as the dirt. So the hydrophobic part, that means the long hydrocarbon chain, it is towards this oil droplet, and the hydrophilic part projects out. That means to the water. Since the polar groups interact with water surrounded by soap ions is pulled from the surface and pulled into this water. So this long hydrocarbon chain, they are in contact with this dirt or oil droplet, and the hydrophilic part, that's the CO minus ion, they are in contact with water. So they can able to remove this dirt from this cloth, and it can be mixed with water. So that's the process of cleansing action of this soap. The polar groups interact with water surrounded by soap ions. Here the polar groups, they are CO minus ions. Okay. The polar groups interact with water surrounded by soap ions is pulled from the surface and pulled into water. So this is the process. The first step, grease on the cloth. Then the stearate ions arranging around the grease droplet. Stearate ions means that long hydrocarbon chain, that is known as stearate ions. And this grease droplet surrounded by stearate ions, micelle formation. Then this dirt is removed from the cloth by this micelle formation. It is pulled from the surface and pulled into water through this chain. Is this clear now?
No, this question is not there for example.
No, no. Till page number 135. Manuel, any doubt?
Ma'am, stearate ions.
That means long hydrocarbon ion, long hydrocarbon chain. Okay. We just write R here. So it is CH3, CH2, CH2, like that. Here they are specifically mentioned one ion. This long hydrocarbon chain, it is known as stearate ion. Okay. Yes. Yeah, then after this process, the soap helps in emulsification process. Okay, soap helps in emulsification process. That means mixing of this oil droplet in the water and washing away of oils and fats. Have you completed? Okay.
Yes.
The C17H35, then COO minus Na plus. It is known as sodium stearate. Okay, sodium stearate. Sodium stearate. And other than this Na plus ion, it is known as stearate ion. Okay, so that means 17 carbon chains are there. We have learned a long hydrocarbon chain. If there are 17 carbon is there, it is known as stearate ion. Its complete name is sodium stearate. If you remove this Na plus from this salt, we called it as stearate ion. Okay, that means C17H35 ZOO minus. It is known as stearate ion. Stearate ion.
Can you say this part again?
Yeah. Do you want to repeat this?
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Yeah. This C17H35 COO minus Na plus. This is an example for a soap. Okay. This is the chemical formula of one type of soap. So it is known as sodium stearate. Sodium stearate. Because Na plus is here, then C17H35 COO minus. When you remove this Na plus ions from the salt, it will become stearate ion. That means C17H35 COO minus. It is known as stearate ions. A long hydrocarbon chain with COO minus group at the head. So this part consists of R. This is R and it is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic. And the COO minus, it is hydrophilic. That's it. Meenakshi, can you please read from here, mechanism of missile formation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, mechanism of missile formation. Soap is sodium or potassium salt of higher fatty acid and may be represented as RCOO minus Na plus. When dissolved in water, it dissociates into RCOO minus and Na plus ions. RCOO minus ions, however, consist of two parts: a long hydrocarbon chain R, which is non-polar tail, which is hydrophobic, and a polar group COO minus, polar ionic head, which is hydrophilic.
Okay. Then, Anna, can you please read the slide?
At higher concentration, CMC, RCO minus ions form an aggregate of spherical shape with the hydrocarbon chains pointing towards the center and the CO minus part facing outward of the surface of the sphere. This aggregate is called ionic missile. It may have as many as 100 ions.
Yes. Nevin, can you please read the slide?
At high action of soap.
Yes.
The cleansing action of soap is due to the forming of micelle by the soap molecules in such a way that the hydrophobic part is in the oil droplet and the hydrophilic part projects out.
Yeah.
Since the polar groups interact with the water surrounded by the soap ions, is pulled from the surface and pulled into the water.
Yeah.
Soap helps in emulsification and washing away of oil and fats.
Yes. So that's the cleansing action of soap. Okay. This is clear, children?
Ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, like I don't understand actually. Hydrophilic and hydrophobic means one will be attracted to grease and what happens to the other one?
Other one will attracted towards the water.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Hydrophobic is attracted towards oil and droplet, then hydrophilic to the water. That means the dirt in the cloth. Hydrophobic towards the dirt in the cloth and the hydrophilic towards the water. That's it.
Ma'am, so that round thing is
Yeah,
the
it's just surrounded that dirt. Yes. Okay. And it is this center part, it is pointing towards this oil droplet or dirt, and the surrounding portions, it is towards the water.
okay, ma'am. So that no, that like the snake-like thing, right? That is
Yes,
the
yes.
hydrophilic thing.
Yeah, hydrophilic part is negatives. It is towards the water. Okay. Then this long hydrocarbon chain, it is towards the oil or dirt. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then let me take your attendance. Just wait. Okay, thank you all. See you in the next class. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.